All right, guys, we are back here with another live stream, video. Liverpool tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. for me, probably 4:30 for you guys over in England. City, Liverpool, always one of the biggest games of the season over the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. This year, not so much with City's drop off. It's kind of, it's not necessarily a must win for Liverpool. It's definitely not a must win for City. City are in a top five, top four race, not in a title race. So, with 13 games left, sitting in fourth currently, City can afford to drop points because teams around this area are going to drop points as well. So, a win, of course, would be great for us, and a win for Liverpool basically locks up the title probably. Right now, Arsenal are losing, but that game's not quite over yet. So Arsenal very well could come back and win, be within 5 points. Liverpool lose. 5 points is all that separates them, and with 13 games to go, 12 games to go, whatever it is. So bigger for Liverpool probably than for City. City sitting fourth. Bournemouth are losing right now. If the result holds, we will stay fourth heading into tomorrow. And, of course, a win would draw us up even with Nottingham Forest, depending on how that game goes as well. So, we could be up to third following this weekend's fixtures, which would be great. That's what we're fighting for. We're in the FA Cup. We're in a Champions League race, and that's it. No longer in Champions League, of course. Now, I will pull up the preview here from Thought Mob, like I always do. Let's see. There we go. We are looking at the game here, and they've got a predicted lineup. I'll go over some injuries as well. Over on the right, it does show Salah is still in first place on the Golden Boot, sitting at 24 goals to Haaland's 19. I believe Haaland is in second, so some ground to make up there for Haaland, of course. Now, if you scroll down here, we see some of the injuries that are, that we know of course. Gakpo, pretty big miss for them. He's been very good this season. He is listed as doubtful at the moment. You have Connor Bradley, who's out, Joe Gomez out, and Tyler Morton, who is out. Not someone that I'm worried about. I'm not sure he's played much for them this season. For City, Oscar Bob still out, unfortunately. Hasn't played all year. Broken leg, ankle injury. Maybe we'll see him. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Seems like he just keeps lingering, this injury for Oscar Bob. Stones, unfortunately, still injured after the Champions League game. He'll be out for quite a while. Mid-April is the estimate on here. Who knows? Maybe it's even longer. Maybe he's out for the season. Akanji, late April, could be out for the season. Very unfortunate. Another muscle injury that they seem to keep piling up for City, and it's all has to do with the amount of fixtures games and the lack of depth we have, unfortunately. Rodri also out for the season, as we all know, with the ACL injury. If you look at form, Liverpool's actually been pretty poor. They've only won one of the last 3 games here. You can see one of the last 4, losing to Argyle in the FA Cup, drawing to Everton in that dramatic Merseyside derby, winning against Wolverhampton. But again, Wolverhampton were great. Wolves had a chance to actually draw level there, and then drawing with Villa. So Liverpool have had a bit of a drop in form over the last month or so, I would say. City in the Prem have been hit or miss. They had the horrible 5-1 against Arsenal, win against Leyton Orient, terrible Champions League game against Madrid. Both legs were awful. But in between there's one of City's best performances of the season in the Newcastle game, winning 4-0. So, kind of strange. But, since this Arsenal 5-1, I haven't had a whole lot of confidence in the team. We beat Leyton Orient. We lose to Madrid. And in none of these games was I confident. So it's kind of weird. I mean, we smashed Newcastle 4-0. Even following that, I wasn't confident going into Madrid based on the first leg. So I don't know. Haaland, of course, missed the Madrid game, so maybe he doesn't play. Maybe he's not fit yet. I think that's going to be a big factor in if we are able to get something from it, of course. Without Haaland against Madrid, we were pretty lifeless, pretty poor in general, as you guys all know. This lineup here is projected for Liverpool. They've got Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, the normal back 4, 5 for them. Gravenberch, McAllister, what a player McAllister is. Wish we signed him, of course. Mo Salah, Dom Szoboszlai, Luis Diaz, and Jota up front. Again, Gakpo, an underrated player for them. So if he's not able to play, a big miss. And, of course, Mo Salah, probably been the best player in the world this season, and maybe is the front runner for the Ballon d'Or at the moment. This is the City side that Fatmob go with. Doesn't have Haaland in there, but we haven't seen any confirmation if that's accurate or not. We will see, of course. I am hoping and kind of expecting Haaland to play. He was on the bench against Madrid, so feels like he would have most likely played. But again, you never know. Let me do this here. I will pull up my chat just to see if anyone's in here at the moment. And I'll also pull up I want to go ahead and do that, get my thoughts down. I haven't figured it out in my mind at the moment, but we will see. And I'll take some comments from you guys as well. Let me know what you guys want to do as far as the lineup. Are you feeling like we're going to play well? Are we not going to play well? What's going on? I need to know what you guys think, of course. It's a tough one as well. Very tough game. City haven't actually lost to Liverpool at home in quite a while. But, this is City's worst season in quite a long time here. So, all right. I am pulling up the lineup builder here. I'll move myself out of the way. Yes. Okay. So, in goal, I'm going with Ederson. Of course, Ortega is not the one. Ederson maybe his last season. He's been linked with an exit in the bombshell report from Jack Goron that came out the other day that I also did a video on. So if you want to know my thoughts, you can check that out on my videos tab as well. Back line, interesting. This is a tough one because there's so many injuries. We've got Stones and Akanji out. The right back position is in question, of course. Lastly played by Kusanov against Madrid. And he did all right. He did okay. But he's definitely not a right back, so I'm not sure. Left back is, locked down. Vardiol, probably been our best player this season, in my opinion. Center back pairing. It's interesting. Ruben Diaz will definitely play. And then you have the option of Ake or Kusanov. If you go Ake, you could have Kusanov right back. If you don't want Kusanov right back, you could go Rico Lewis or Mateus Nunes there. And I think in my mind, the Kusanov right back didn't work out necessarily how Pep would like. He was in a lot of advanced positions up the pitch, and I don't know. Feels like it didn't necessarily work. So for me, I'm going to go with Kusanov at center back with a right back of Mateus Nunes. It's a tough one because I don't love Nunes at right back by any means at all, but I think he provides attacking options better than Kusanov would, and you never know with Ake's fitness. I'm just going to assume Ake is not fit and up to 100% because it just seems like that's always the case, unfortunately. Now, it gets to midfield. It's interesting. KDB did not play against Newcastle, and he did not play against Madrid. So I'm going to assume he will play this game. It's a big game for us, and KDB is a big game player. I know he doesn't have it like he once did, and he's another that has been linked with leaving, unfortunately, but in my mind, he probably plays this game. You had the midfield duo of Bernardo and Gundogan. Surely that does not get run back. It was very poor against Madrid. So for me, I'm going to go with Kovacic and Nico. That will be my midfield 3, Nico Gonzalez. Let's see if he pulls up here. There he is, Nico Gonzalez. And it'll be something kind of like that, where he's tucked in and Nunez can bomb up and down, as well as Vardiol bombing up and down, I would imagine. Striker, I'm going to assume Haaland is fit and is going to play. Feel like if he was, like I said, on the bench against Madrid, surely, not playing in the game at all would mean he's fit and ready to go. If not, I would see Marmoush there. Elsewhere, you've two options left. You've got Doku, you've got Marmoush for this position, Jack Grealish. I don't know if Grealish is fit. He wasn't on the injury report, but, he had that groin injury. Is he back? Is he ready? Uncertain, of course. So I'm just going to go with what we've been going with. Marmoush and Haaland together have been much better than, the game when Haaland didn't play and Marmoush was at striker, not alone because Savinho was with him, which is, again, very strange, but that is the case. And then on the right, I think we have kind of spammed out Savinho a bit at the winger position, so I'm going to go with Foden, right wing. And maybe it turns into this kind of like we've seen in the past a bit, where this is, Nunez's job doing that, or Marmoush tucks in next to Haaland a bit, and Vardiol is the one getting up and down. Uncertain, of course. You never know what Pep's going to do. Feels like he is searching and struggling with the ideas this season, as unfortunate as that is. It seems like that is what's happening. In my mind, I don't feel confident. I haven't felt confident in quite a while with this season's team, with the injuries and with the aging players. So I'm not confident of 3 points for City, unfortunately. It is at home. The Etihad is still a tough place to play. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw, which, if you offered that to me, I would take, of course. A draw keeps us alive for top 4. Even a loss is not the worst thing in the world for us. But a draw does help Arsenal, which is something I'm not super keen on in my mind. Anyway, that's my preview. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave me a like. We're very, very, very close to 50 subs, so much appreciated as always. Any new subs, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you became a Man City fan, if you're a global fan like I am. Anyway, I will be doing my live stream tomorrow for the game, no doubt about it, of course.